I'm the fuck out. I didn't even get started on what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Bro, that movie was crazy.
Crazy, Franksy. Yeah.
I was like, what are the specials tonight?
That sounds good. I'll have that.
Hey everybody, specialists in nothing, back at you again, talking about everything, specializing in nothing. My name is Frank. As always, Joe and Danny, you guys want to say what's up?
What up? What up?
How you doing? Just out of the blue, like on God, fam, you lit? Cause like I'm Philly. I'm acting froggy right now. It's out of sight. Don't be playing me, homie. You don't understand that. That's slang. You don't get it.
For sure, you got to get a grip because you don't sound too legit right now.
Damn, fam. You must be from the West Side.
Oh,
That's weird
no.
how people have a lot of different like
No,
slang
honestly,
terms and shit from West and East Coast.
It was the first thing that when I moved, so like, because when I moved from here to Vegas, I was only 8. So you didn't really I didn't pick up on it as much or like kind of realize it as much, I guess, or whatever. When I moved back from Vegas to here, I was 17 and 17, almost 18. And I came out here and I said hella a lot.
Wait. Because you were born out here in the East Coast, right?
Yeah, and then I moved out there when I was 8.
Were you born in Staten Island?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then you moved to the East Coast, the West Coast.
Yep. And then I came back here like when I was like 17, almost 18. And I said stuff like for sure.
You still say that?
I do still say for sure. I used to say hella tight a lot. I always said hella tight. Now it's funny because now I almost kind of find it weird to say hella tight. I used to say legit a lot, but I do say legit a lot still.
You say like, honestly, bro, can I tell you? I'm like, yeah, bro, tell me the truth. I hope so. Like, I'm your boy. Why would you lie to me?
This was the best because when we like talked about this earlier, like I kind of went and looked up a couple, like just to make sure I had like the up and up on all slang terms and stuff. And I didn't even know this was a slang term. But
Yeah.
I say this all the time, and you always make fun of me.
All the time.
Like is a West Coast slang term. I can't believe that. So
I think it's more of a filler than it is a slang term. If I had to put something on it.
Yeah, it does say an interjection or sentence filler. But yeah, I guess it's more primarily a West Coast thing. So I get why it bugs you now. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it never bothered me or I never like really paid attention to it in a sense. But for you, you always hated it.
You and my cousin Christina, you say that shit all the time. Like, bro, like I was going to the deli and like they had this sandwich that I wanted, but like I didn't have money for it. So like I decided to just leave and like I just said, fuck it, but I'll just go home and like make a sandwich. And like I wasn't that hungry. So like it wasn't a big deal. And I was like, dude, you said like 18 times in 3 breaths.
I was saying you focused on how many times they said the word rather than what they were saying in the sentence.
Because it's like it's exactly what it is. It's a filler. And it's kind of like saying but it's not as like, for lack of a better word, it's not as dumb as saying you know, because if you're talking to someone and they keep saying I'm like, bro, is your brain not working? What's going on? Like, really no, it's working. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. For sure.
I don't know, but it's just funny, like, so yeah, and then when I first
you just did it again.
I know. Wait, so yeah is another one that I saw and I was like, no way, or yeah, no. I say that a lot too. I'll be like, what? Yeah, no, I'm not coming over tonight or something like that. Like I do that a lot. I really do.
So I'm going to tell you that I have secretly been recording quote unquote shit Frank says. Okay. And this is them. There's a list. There's only a few of them, but I'll roll through them. These are all quotes from Frank or like whatever. Not going to lie. Oh, it's funny because, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like he goes, whatever, you know, this and that. Well, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, so no, yeah, but and I'm like, can I just tell you? Honestly. Oh, I was gonna say, whatchamacallit? Those are my top like 12 quotes that you say in a daily conversation with me. And every time I'm on the phone with you and you see me on FaceTime and I swipe up, it's because now I'm going to my notes to add something else to it.
I got you. That's great that you have that though.
Yeah, man. I was actually gonna make like a t-shirt with a bunch of sayings on it and be like, shit Frank says. I thought that'd be pretty funny.
Wait, what?
I was going to make a t-shirt about it and have it said like on the back, shit Frank says in quotes, and then just have all those just labeled and stuff. Nobody would understand it, and like you would wear it, but they'd be like, who's Frank? And you'd be like, I'm Frank.
That's funny. That would be funny. No, oh wait. So I'm sorry. I kind of got mixed up because I was waiting to say this and I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to say this. And then sorry, my daughter in the background and whatever for a second. But so when I was talking about how when I came here and whatever, after I've been here for a while now, one of the things that I picked up from New York that I always used to think was weird is mad fun.
Mad,
when I
the
first,
word mad?
Yeah, like when somebody always used to say mad fun or mad excited or whatever, I used to, what? You're angry that you had fun? Like I used to think it was so weird. But now that I've been here for so long and stuff, I actually do use it myself, to be honest with you.
Yo, mad was one of the first slang terms that I've ever used. Mad and the bomb. Do you remember the bomb?
Yeah, I do.
Yo, that shit was the bomb.
Yeah, I do remember that. Or just bomb in general. Like I would say that a lot. But actually, you know what? I think bomb is more new. Like da bomb is older.
Da bomb is older for sure. I used to tag that. I wrote da bomb, and the O would actually be a bomb, like from Super Mario Brothers. I'd make the little O with do a bomb, whatever.
I'm reading too, and it says "I'm down" is considered like a West Coast thing, but I feel like that's like a both. Like I feel like that's just
That's
like
definitely both.
I feel like that's just an urban slang term in general. Like I hear so many people say "down."
There's a lot that can be used universally, but I saw this. The fuck was it? It wasn't a meme. I guess it was just like an infograph or whatever, and it had like all the states, and each state underneath it said what their like slang term was. So I wrote a bunch of them down.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool because you don't really get that often to like, if you're not from Idaho, you're not going to know what some shit means. But if you come to New York from Idaho, and someone's like, yo, you mad extra. You're like, what do you mean you're extra?
And if Idaho has some stuff on there, I'm going to be surprised. But like, I feel like most of the places that would be on there would be like Philly, New York, LA, Chicago, like maybe Texas, you know, Florida, like things like that are more major cities, like have like urban slang terms. I don't feel like Idaho or like North Carolina has like.
Well, believe it or not, North Carolina says shit like hella and ratchet, but ratchet isn't like what we say ratchet. Ratchet out there is an actual tool that you use to like tie down a bed, like on a truck bed.
Well, they have ratchet straps and stuff like that.
But if you hear someone in New York saying, "Yo, that's ratchet," you're thinking like, you know, how would you describe ratchet?
In like the new
like
urban
ghetto
sense, or if someone said that, it'd be like a ghetto. Ratchet would be exactly.
Like you made ratchet.
You bout it.
Yeah.
You bout that life. You for the streets. No, how about beat or dead? Like meaning tired or like drained or whatever.
Yeah,
that's another New York one.
I used to say fat a lot, like PH fat.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to always think that was whack when people said that.
Pretty hot and tempting is what it means.
Yeah.
And be like, yo, that girl's fat. Now you say that. She's like, what do you mean? I don't weigh that much. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on, girl. You PH fat.
If you say that, like as a second line, like, oh, you PH fat. Only girls like over 30 would understand that.
They'd be like, how do you spell it? You know, another thing from the West Coast is radical.
Really?
Yeah, like very good or excellent, super cool, awesome.
Oh, yeah, I guess rad. Yeah, people always said, oh, it's rad. Yeah, that makes sense. A New York one that like I'm really into is bumblefuck.
Bumblefuck, yeah.
Like way out in bumblefuck or whatever. Like I do like that one. I think that's a funny one.
I like the whole. So I was gonna post something the other day, but I chose to hold off on it just because I'm gonna save it in the bank. But it was like, I hate when people say that I'm lollygagging when I'm clearly dilly-dallying. I'm like, yo, that's something you don't really hear a lot. But if
it's the same thing, isn't it?
It is, but that's why I thought it was funny.
Oh, that's the joke. I got it.
I'm glad you caught that. There were certain things that I'm gonna just like, if you say like sick, that means something cool, or Gucci, it's like, yo, I'm cool, I'm good, or like the GOAT, greatest of all time, shit like that. Cheddar means money. That's all stuff that you'll get in these, cities and stuff. Like probably St. Louis will say some shit like that.
Yeah, I hear you. Like YOLO is probably a universal one.
Yeah.
Now, even though that was I'm trying to think of who had
Didn't Drake sing that?
Was I
Drake.
was going to say, was it Drake?
Yeah.
So yeah, he was the one that kind of like copyrighted that one, I guess, in a sense.
Same thing with FOMO, fear of missing out.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, there's also JOMO, which is a joy of missing out. Those are weird.
Never heard that one before. Like if someone texted me FOMO, I'd be like, huh?
No, yeah?
Yeah, swear to God. No, yeah? I had another one.
Since
Dead
I was
ass.
a kid, dead ass is another
Did you
one.
say
That's
dead ass?
I don't think I think you said dead ass.
Earlier, did I? No,
Might
you
have.
said it when you were in that opening.
Oh,
like,
Dead ass, yo. That means I'm mad serious. Don't fuck with me.
yeah. I never used that one. I always thought like that's like a ratchet word for dudes.
Dead
You know what
ass.
I mean? Like, yeah, I feel like that's like a ghetto word to use. Like, yo, I'm dead ass, bro. Like, who are you? What are you? What are you?
Mike used to say that a lot. He used to be like, yo, dead ass, come through. I'm like, all right, man, I'll be there. Sure, no problem. Chill.
Or like if it's like getting serious with someone, like, yo, dead ass, bro, you don't want to fuck with me. Like,
Yo.
I just feel like it's a ratchet word. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like when someone says dead ass, it's either like their tone will determine whether it's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, I hear you.
I've always, since I was a kid, bro, my first phone was Nextel. I was like, bloop, bloop. Yo, peace out. I'll cut you later. Like,
I remember when Sprint and Nextel merged, and I had Sprint, and I was so happy that like Sprint all of a sudden had that now, but they didn't call it the chirp, they called it something else. And it was like you had certain people that were on your little friends list in the phone that you can like do that quick like walkie-talkie thing with or whatever. I used to love that. And like when we got it, like me and my sister shared a plan, and we had the same flip phone, but she had the red one and I had the blue one.
would you chirp each other in the house?
All the time. Well, not in the house, but like we would chirp each other all the time. Like that. Same thing, like when BlackBerry came out, like BBM, fucking loved BBM. BBM was dope. It was like instant messenger. You know what I mean?
It was, but I was see now that we're older, I don't understand why you don't just text somebody.
Yeah, I guess it was just I don't know. It was just our cool thing.
BlackBerry Messenger. That was the shit. There's some stuff that I've only recently, not recently, but like I don't use, but I've recently, like within the past 3 to 5 years, I've heard people say. One of them is tea, like spill the tea, like what do you got, the gossip, the story, the news, or something like that.
Really?
That's an old one.
Heard that recently?
That's an old one, but I've only heard it being used recently. Another one is like cap, no cap, meaning like I think cap is like I'm lying, or no cap is like I'm not lying.
Yeah.
And these kids are saying, yo, is bussin' on God.
Bro, so that's a TikTok thing, both of them. So the cap, no cap, like there's a thing on TikTok that's called fact or cap. And so like if something is true or if it's bullshit, like so there's these dudes that are like, see our channel and check if things are fact or cap so you don't have to ever wonder or like whatever it is, and they'll do something and tell you if it's true or not. I never really liked the word cap. I thought that was so dumb. But there are people that sometimes on some of my TikToks that like aren't my voice or like that I'm acting or doing something fake or like whatever, that they'll be like cat, and I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like,
I don't understand where these people come up with these slang terms from though. Like where does slang even come from?
bro, where did we come up with fucking our generation come up with dead ass or fucking all the shit that we just
But
did?
like
To
if
our
you
parents,
say
that
if
shit
you
was
say
fucking weird.
yeah, absolutely. To our parents, we're talking a whole new language. But like now
So
to these
this
kids,
generation, they're talking a whole new language.
but where do you get cap and lie from?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
I get it, but like
you
if someone
sound like you're
if I'm like, yo, I'm dead ass angry right now, don't fuck with me. That tone can be like, oh, okay, he's dead ass. If I take them away, dead is one word, ass is another word. How can I, like remember
I don't
PBS? They had Reading Rainbow. It's like, oh,
It's just like anything
toe.
else. it's just like anything else. Like how I said when I moved here, like words that you are new to you that you hear as a slang are obviously weird in the beginning. But like even me now, like I didn't like that word when I first heard it, but now it's kind of I'm just used to it because I know what it is and I have known for a while. So like when somebody's like, "Oh, he's capping, bro, he's capping," I know what it means. I still
Like,
think it's fucking sounds stupid, but it
see, if
is what it
someone were
is.
to say to me, "Yo, he's capping," I'm thinking he's trying to shoot someone. Bust a cap in their ass, right? That's that not
No,
what
you're
you would
right,
think?
but that's a different word. That's different meaning.
That's what like mid
Like you
'90s
use it
rap did to
differently.
me.
But that's using that differently. Like he busts a cap or he's capping is
See, but
different.
now if you use a word like ghost, like yo, I'm ghosting, like I got ghosted, you could kind of get it because when you say ghost, that means you just cut off
It made
communication with
sense.
someone.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, all right, that's cool. Another thing,
I mean,
actually,
there
that
are
means
new ones
cool
that
is
do make sense though, like YOLO. You know what I mean?
right. Well, those are what are they? Not are those
I
acronyms?
guess
Is that what that's
YOLO
called?
was still kind of late '90s, early 2000s. So like, is that really? I don't know if
No,
that's
I
still
would
our
think that's more
generation or
late
not.
2000s, if anything.
Really?
Yeah, like
No
2010s
way.
on. Oh,
No
yeah, for
way.
sure.
Drake
For
was
sure.
out in like
I was in high school,
oh
bro.
05 ish.
Yeah, but he was still on Degrassi in 05, 06. You know, he didn't become Drake until like
No, that's
2009.
what I'm saying. Like, Best I Ever Had came out in like '06. I want to say.
That came out in '09.
Check it right now.
I was dating Jessica at the time. I guarantee you, because that
I'm
was our
checking
song.
it then because I don't
Check
believe
it.
you.
Check it. Facts, bro. Facts. Mood. That's another one. Expressing something that's like relatable to you. If someone's like, yo, it's mad hot out, you could be like, mood. I mean, I probably didn't just say it in the correct term. I don't know what these kids are saying these days, but like they'll just say mood because it's like a basic form of agreeing with you.
There you go.
Dank is a West Coast thing for really
Oh
cool.
shit! You're wrong too.
What?
It's 2010.
Okay, I was closer than you.
Yeah, I
though.
know, but I'm just saying. Wow, I didn't. All right, so
Price
yeah,
is
maybe
right,
you're right.
bitch.
All right, so maybe you're right. All
There
right.
was also so one of the first slangs that I remember hearing is scrub. You remember scrub?
You don't say scrub unless you're quoting TLC.
Well, nowadays, oh dude, I saw some funny ass shit the other day. It
No,
was
that's
like
from that movie with Michael Keaton. You never seen that?
what
When he's
Michael?
like, I don't want
Yes,
no
okay, yeah,
scrubs,
it's
and he's
from
like, you don't say no scrubs unless you're quoting TLC with Will Ferrell
the
and
other girl,
fucking.
the other guys.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. No, but I saw a meme and it was like, what the fuck was it? It was like a scrub used to be a guy hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride trying to holler. But now this motherfucker is being smart because he's not wasting gas. So what's up to all you scrubs out there? Some shit like that. It was along those lines. I thought it was mad funny.
That's funny.
You wanna all right, you wanna
What?
tell him I feel bad for you. When they call someone a Karen now,
Oh, dude, she hates that.
it's like a disrespecting way to describe a petty middle-aged woman who's like rude to people who work in the service industry. And every girl named Karen is probably tight about that.
I'll give you one better. Not that it relates, it just made me think of it, and it's probably a worse name to have right now.
Kyle.
Mia's teacher that she had this
Oh.
year that just ended, her name was Miss Rona. And to me, I was just like, oh my God, ever since coronavirus came out, like that she just has to fucking hate her.
Yeah, but is
name.
that her last name?
Yeah, Miss Rona.
You can't really do anything about, I mean, you can't do anything about your first name either for the most part, but like that came out of nowhere.
Oh, I just think that's funny. Like she's permanently got the Rona on her.
Damn, always. Shit.
Oh.
There's a couple slangs for like relationships and stuff. So I'm going to read something here quick. And you didn't do a Frankopedia about this.
I did not.
Did we skip it? Do people know what slang is at this point? Now that we're just
everybody
off
should
words
know
and
what
shit?
slang means. I haven't done Frankopedia in a long time as a regular thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that was your thing, bro. People loved it.
Really?
People did. Yeah, they loved it.
Let me
Little
know if you loved
Frankopedia.
it. I'll go back to it.
They love it. Go back to it. Do
Comment,
it. You got
let
my
me know.
vote. So relationships are important in the aspect of adolescence because in the teen years, kids develop their own identities and they explore who they are and shit outside of the families. So interactions with their peers are a key component of the process, and they often create unique words to describe their friendships and romantic relationships. So I'm going to rattle off a couple of them.
I hate
You
that.
tell me if you've heard. I'm sure you have, but there's bae.
No, I said I hate bae.
You hate bae. I'm not a
Hate
fan
that
of it either.
term. I think that's a new one that I just always thought was stupid. It's more of a one that like, okay, I understand it or it sounds.
But you just
like
don't like it.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
I feel you. I'm the same way. Before anyone else is what it means, but it's short for like babe or baby.
Really?
To describe a boyfriend. Yeah, before anyone else.
I did not know that's what it stands for.
For
And
real?
now that I know that, kind of like it a little better.
You're
now.
such a punk.
I really do. Now that I know that that's what it means, now I kind of actually like it. But I always hated it because I thought it made no sense. I was like, oh, what the fuck? It's just a short way to say babe or baby. Like that's already short enough. Like you're taking one letter off.
Oh, BAE before anyone else.
Before anyone else. That makes sense.
Hey, bae. Hey, bae, bae.
I like that now. I'm not gonna lie. You just totally changed my mind.
Fam. A group of friends, close family.
Yeah.
So it's weird. I thought I had a list. I don't. It's just bae. Bae's the only one that it is. But then there's like basic and you're being boring. BF, GF, boyfriend, girlfriend. That's like old school shit. I don't know.
Like, what's your most used slang word?
Bruh.
Is it really?
Probably. If I had to, like, if there was a tally on all the words that I said in my life, bro is probably the most one. Bro or mad.
If you had to pick one,
if
you had to pick one for Joe, since he's not here, what do you think his would be? Because you know better than me.
A slang term or just something he says all the time?
Well, that's what I'm saying. A slang word that he uses all the time. Like I say fuck all the time, but that's not a slang word.
Joe is big on dope. He'll be like, oh, that's dope. He'll say bro a lot. Yeah, I'd probably say one of those.
I mean, I can say what mine is, but you listed them all out of your
phone
already.
Everyone knows what yours are. You don't have one, you have 12 on a good day. Like, I don't understand. Period. With a T at the end. That's it. End of statement. Emphasizer. Damn.
That's funny.
Another couple that I used to hear a lot was shook. Like another word for scared or squad. Like, yo, squad
that's
up.
Older too, because like shook ones from Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep,
yeah. Back in the day.
It was such a good crew, man.
Well, I feel like just those movies around that time, it's not like, oh, you shook, son. Like that was always like an old school.
Yeah.
I think that was more East Coast than West Coast. It could have been both.
Probably.
It could have been one of those that's like both.
A couple recent ones I would say is like, bye, Felicia. Like if you're being rude, you just want to dip out. That's a good one.
I like that one. That's a good one.
A lot of people will be hangry because, you know, that one should have been from back in the day. Mm-hmm. But I guess people just recently started to say, you're hungry and you're angry. Let's put
Karen uses that one a lot. Yeah. Like if she's coming home from work and she didn't eat.
Darren will use the word stoked a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
Stoked?
Darren
really?
uses stoked a lot. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
Yeah. Or like low key. Darren says low key a lot.
Okay.
Like on the down low, yep. DL.
Yes, I've heard that.
No doubt.
All right.
It's brick out. That's something a New Yorker would say.
That's an East Coast. Yes, that is an East
100%.
Coast. Mad brick outside, 100%. 100%.
100%.
Yeah, that's
keep
the
it
100 too.
That's
keep it 100. I feel like that's both sides though too.
I could see that. Yeah. Or like if someone's tight, that could mean two things actually. Tight meaning like, yo, me and Frank are tight, like we're close friends, or tight like I'm angry or I'm mad.
Well, that's what I would say. Like tight, like close is like a universal, I think.
Yeah.
But tight, like angry is the East Coast. Like, oh, I'm tight right now. That's the East Coast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mad tight, or I'm so tight right now. Like that's definitely more East Coast than West Coast.
I'm dead ass tight.
Yeah. I'm so tight, dead ass right now.
No, don't be flexing on me, fam.
Whatchamacallit?
Dudes in like the Tinder game and shit, or well, not just dudes, but I guess girls also. Whoever uses Tinder, they use this word curve a lot, like to reject someone.
Oh, well, that's
kind of like ghosting.
Thing. That's a New York thing because on Hot 97 they have a segment called Curved.
Oh yeah,
it's like when someone doesn't call you back or like whatever, and what they'll do is like, so let's say you went on a date with a girl and you were really into her and she hasn't been hitting you back, but you've been messaging her. You'll hit up Hot 97 and give them her information, and they'll contact her without her knowing that you're on the phone, and then ask her why she hasn't hit you back. and then they'll kind of be like, well, he's on the line listening, and then let you guys like talk it out.
Hash it out on
Yeah.
the air.
You never heard
my
this segment
God.
before? Oh, you're never up that early. That's
I don't
why.
listen to the radio.
Well, so even if it's on at like between 8 and 10 in the morning, like 8:30 in the morning, like yeah. So when I used to drive me to school on my way home from dropping her off at school, I would always hear it on the radio, and it was so funny. But that one, and they always had Ride or Die. Ride or Die is like one too.
Yeah, you gotta.
And-
I think I know that one.
Yeah, you gotta like call someone and like,
Yo, I need you to drop what you're doing and come pick me up.
yes, and you have 60 seconds to get him to say yes or no, and then
Yeah.
the radio will either buzz him or ping him.
There
But,
was also one that I think KTU did. It was like War of the Roses, where they'd be like, "Hey, this is so and so. You've won a dozen roses. Where would you like to send them?" And they'd be like, "Send it to my side chick." And like, what the fuck?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Yep.
First of all, I'm not one for cheating, but if you are gonna cheat and someone's gonna give you free roses, you gotta be like, "How'd you get my phone number?" Number one, and number two, maybe since I am cheating, I should get my wife or my girlfriend the roses so they don't suspect nothing.
Danny basically said, so if you are doing that, you should be paranoid and be like, why am I winning this right now?
No. Hold up. You pulled my name out of a hat?
No, I mean, it's a good point, though. It's a good point.
Nah, I mean, the jacket is tight, son. Nah, I mean, no, run that shit. That was a shout out to my sister who loves Scary Movie too.
Is
Yo.
one or two when he's like, grab my strong hand? That's one.
two.
That is two?
That's two.
That was my favorite one, too.
I
then.
love that one.
I do like that one. Except I did not think the scene was funny when he's having sex with her and she like turns into like the exorcist thing and she's like,
No.
oh yeah, do it. You like that? Blah, blah, blah. I never thought that scene was funny. I don't think she's that funny in that movie. I think she's a great actress in so many things. But I
Tori
forget her
Spelling?
name. Is that her name?
I think so.
The one with the braids?
The pigtails, yeah.
I forget her name, but I think she's a great actor or actress, and I like her in a lot of stuff. But I didn't like her in that movie. I thought she was just annoying in that movie. But I guess that was also the point of her role. So if that's the case, she did a good job.
I thought Scary Movie 1 was a lot more raunchier, and it definitely had some good jokes into it. Like that shit was classic funny. That was, to me, that sticks out as my first NC-17 movie. That was mad good.
Really?
And then Scary Movie 2, I just watched it more often, and those have more quotable jokes to it.
Yeah, see, I like the second one better than the first one for that reason, because it was more quotable and I just thought it was funnier. I never really was a fan of the first one, but I guess
You got to rewatch it. You got to rewatch it.
I guess.
But I don't know. They have a lot of slang terms in Scary Movie 2, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not pretty cool. I'm not like, oh, it's a good movie because it's got slang terms in it. But I just, now that I'm thinking about it, I noticed it.
You correct me and yourself on that so often. Like if I was like, it's funny. Is it funny, Frank? Oh, it's pretty cool. No, is it really pretty cool?
Is
it's
it
just
cool,
something
Frank?
you say sometimes when you don't have something else to say in your head at the moment. Like it's just an easy filler.
It's like another filler, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's some fucking shit. Ain't that?
That's funny.
No, but there's a couple other stuff. Like, all right, do you ever see the movie this has nothing to do with it, but the movie Project X, actually it does. I could lead into it. When they filmed that
Party,
they have like a
greatest
huge
party of all time.
Yeah, dude, that movie was great. I loved it. I thought it was so cool, and I always wanted to go to a house party like that.
I had not like that, but we had a house party that was like that close. When me
So
and
I was gonna say, what's the difference between a rager and a house party or like a kickback? Because I know kickback, like, yo, let's just kick it. That's kind of like chill. Let's just kick it and chill.
I think a rager is not at a house. Like a rager is like in the desert or in the forest, in the woods, or like something like that. It's not at a house or at someone's like living location. Don't quote me on this. I'm not saying it's the official definition, but that's just how I would feel. Like a rager is like, yo, we're going to whatever peak and blah blah blah, getting a keg and we're going to this rager. Like in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, they went to the rager. You know what I mean? Whereas like a house party is in a house. It's
at
a
a house.
Party.
Okay, so that would be the difference.
I think, if I had to guess, but whatchamacallit. So wait, we had a house party that was kind of like that. So when me and Laura first moved out of Vegas, when I was like 17 coming back home, we had a party that had like all her friends, all my friends. We had a 3-bedroom house at the time. It was living room, kitchen, backyard, 3 bedrooms down the hallway, and 2 bathrooms. Now my sister's bedroom was the master bedroom that had like its own bathroom. That was like quote unquote VIP room. Like all our close friends that like we knew that was like maybe 50 people were in my sister's bedroom. Like no joke. My friends and my sister's friends, like 50 people in my sister's bedroom. The rest of my
Really?
house was like everyone else that worked with my sister from like her jobs that she had been in over the past however many years, and everyone that I went to school with, and like whatever from the 2 high schools I went to. And I mean, like my house was like a concert like this with just heads through my whole house.
Get the fuck out of here.
And it was so cool. Like there had to be like 200 people at my house. And it was like a bunch of people in the bedroom, like I said, that we knew. We had the door closed and whatever. And then mad people were just in my fucking house. It was the last couple of days before we left to go back to New York. And
I can never throw a rager like that.
That was the biggest party I ever had. And we ran out of liquor that night. So in Vegas at the supermarket, there's an aisle for liquor. They don't just sell beer. They actually sell like vodka and tequila and that like in the supermarket. So I used to have these shorts when I was in like my like ghetto phase.
Tell me you stole gin.
No, I stole a lot. So I had these shorts that like the front pockets were like really long and deep, and so were the back pockets. They were just like, you know, since they were like,
it was mad janky. You was janky,
like Jenko jeans, but they were shorts. They were jean shorts, but the pockets were like all the way down to like where the bottom of the short was to like
gotcha.
So they were long. So I went to the supermarket. I put 2 bottles of vodka in my front pockets, 2 bottles of like tequila in my back pockets, and then like another bottle right in my crotch. I walked out the store with 5 bottles, and then I went to the car and I took them all out of my pockets and gave them all to my sister. And then I went back in and got 5 more.
What?
And then we went back to the party and I sold 10 bottles of liquor.
Bro, that's mad sus. You leave without paying, you come back and you leave without paying. That's crazy.
I swear on my mother's grave too. Bro, it was one of the most epic things that I've ever like done. Like
got away with?
Was, like stupid. Yes, exactly. Like got away with like when I was young. Oh man,
that's wild.
Funny shit.
I don't know, fam. I can't. I mean, not anymore. I'll go straight to jail. But I've done some wild shit in my life. I'm not gonna repeat it now because who knows who's listening. But it's weird. It's crazy shit, man. So let me ask you a question. How many terms do you think you come up with for being drunk?
Terms for being drunk that I
yeah.
come up with?
I got a couple off the top of my head.
Sloshed, tipsy,
okay.
Wrecked, sloshed, tipsy, wrecked, hammered,
turned up.
Turned up, yeah, that's a good one.
Banged up.
I never heard banged up.
Never heard of banged up? Yo, I was banged up last night. Yeah. Trashed.
Trashed wrecked. Is a good one.
Oh, yes. You said wrecked. Smashed, I guess, same thing. Well, smashed also means like, you know, get it in and stuff. So I'm gonna go smash. So I don't know. That one's a little bit of both. So there's an East Coast, West Coast thing. Let's do this real quick. This East Coast, West Coast slang terms. And it's like they mean the same thing, but we have different terms for them. Do you wanna do the West Coast and I'll shout out the East Coast and we could call it?
All right, go ahead.
All right, so you're gonna start with the West Coast ones?
No, you go first.
So I'll do East Coast. All right, are you on the same page as me?
Yeah.
All right, lightning bugs in the East Coast. I'm doing East Coast, you're doing West Coast.
Fireflies.
A yard sale.
Garage sale. See, but
okay.
No, I don't think it's really a garage sale. I think it's more of a tag sale.
A tag sale.
Or no, I guess tag sale is more East Coast. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess because you know what? The West Coast definitely does have more garages than the East Coast. Like New York doesn't have as many houses with garages. So yeah, I guess garage sale would be a West Coast thing.
So on the East Coast, we say soda. On the West Coast, they say
pop. Oh yeah.
Yep, that's weird.
Yeah, that one I can tell you easily.
On the East Coast, we say you guys.
Yeah, on the West Coast, we say you all.
Y'all.
Y'all, yeah.
East Coast, we say garbage.
West Coast is a trash, yeah.
I would think so. I mean, people in Jersey say trash.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if that's. I think those are both just universal, to be honest.
So this one gets me fucking. I don't know, man. This one kind of irks me, but I say caramel, and a lot of people say
caramel.
Caramel.
I say
like,
caramel.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Well, actually, no. I think I say caramel. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I think I say both, depending on what it is.
I don't like caramel. No, I like caramel. I don't like caramel. That's weird. I don't know. Shit fucks me up.
Yeah.
But like we say couch,
Yeah, sofa is definitely West Coast.
shopping cart,
Wagon is definitely West Coast. Now that I'm looking at
lollipop.
the last of them are good. Yeah, sucker.
Yeah.
Sucker is definitely one. Pop was definitely a big one.
We'll say
Go ahead. No, the sub hoagie hero. Oh my
Yeah.
god. So yes, but see, that's also like a Philly, New York to West Coast thing, because I think Philly says submarines, New York says heroes, and West Coast says hoagies or something like that.
I think the West Coast says hoagie because now my sister who's living in San Diego, she's like, I got this hoagie from. I'm like, whoa,
Oh, yeah,
whoa,
West
slow
Coast
down.
is definitely hoagie, but submarine I think is a Philly thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, hoagie is a Philly and a Jersey thing.
Really?
Maybe Jersey might be subs because this Jersey Mike subs. Yeah. This is.
I know the hero is definitely New York.
We'll say mad, where you guys will say like hella or wicked.
Yeah, I guess.
And then that's it. I guess there's the freeway and the highway, which I don't understand either of that because you park in a driveway and you drive in a parkway. So that shit fucks me up regardless. That's pretty much it. Oh, there's one last thing that I remember playing as a kid. I would call it RAR. Ring and run.
Oh, ding dong ditch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was some shit. And like it's just
Ring
growing
and
up,
run?
man.
Really? That's what you called it?
Ring and run, yeah. You ring and you run.
That's weird. Yeah, or you go ding dong and ditch out.
Ditch out. See, that's another thing.
Oh, but you know what? Manhunt was always manhunt everywhere.
Manhunt will be universal. Damn, I wish there was a manhunt league. I would join that shit.
I was just gonna say, I would love to play one game of manhunt now.
Oh, just one.
Like get
That's
as many people as we could to like as an adult game of manhunt. Like everybody go to the bar until closing, and then once it closes at like 2 a.m., manhunt like from the bar to wherever, like blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, that would be fucking dope. That would be dope. Yeah, and you'd have to be one time. You kidding me? You know how sore you'd be after a night of running through yards from dude. When I used to play manhunt, I did not care. No holds barred. I would run through people's backyards. I would hop fences in yards. I would go through wherever, you know, places you were not supposed to go. I did not care. I was not getting caught. Anything went. So I would still play that way now. And same. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I can move. Like when it needs to be done, I'll jump a fence. I can run. Like I'm big, but I could do it. And I'm just saying, I think like, yeah, doing that now, I'd definitely be sore the next day. First time I flipped over a fence, I'd be like, oh, fuck my back.
Oh man, I gotta keep running now. Just tag me, man. Just tag me. I'm going back to base. Ollie, oxen free.
Right. The running would definitely be the hardest part for me now.
Man, I feel bad for kids these days who come up with these weird ass slang terms but don't know how to play and have fun outside. That shit kills me, bro. That's why I think society's going down the shitter. Because they're saying shit like on God, bro, no doubt, it's bussin', but they can't go play ring and run or fucking manhunt, kick the can.
Well, kick the can is even older than us, bro. But whatchamacallit, I saw this thing with Vanilla Ice the other day. That was like him talking about how his kids actually think that he's cool because of how cool the 90s was. The 90s is so nostalgic to people because it was the last generation before the internet. Like the internet had just come out in the 90s and it was like new, but before social media and like stuff like that went big and viral the way it is now, it was the last time like pop culture ever actually really existed. It was the last time like trends were like a big thing in the sense of like from pop culture and how people were in that sense. And just, I don't know, times are just different since then. It was the last time to me that music was just freaking
really good,
solid. You know what I mean? Like even now, don't get me wrong, there's some artists that are solid, but a lot of them suck. Like a lot of them suck.
They'll come out with like an album and then you'll never hear from them again.
True.
But music from the 90s is like, it's fucking forever, you know? It's like stuck in that time machine. It'll always be good.
I don't know. To me,
shit was sick, yo. Shit was sick.
It was so tight.
All right, yo, on that, I guess we just love hearing from everybody. So if you want us to talk about something, you want to hear our opinions Or if you want us to shut the fuck up, that's cool too. But we love hearing your comments and your text messages that you guys shoot out to us. So we appreciate that. Thank you all for the likes, listens, shares, and follows. We appreciate it all. And go subscribe to our YouTube, please. Let's get that going.